There's always that friend whose life is a never-ending emergency. Always, somehow, when you have good news. And then there's the buddy who knows what's best for you, slowly replacing your judgment with his own. The partner who buries you in sacrifices you never asked for, then hands you the bill. In this half, we're not just naming the patterns, we're handing you the scissors. Let's finish what we started.
Chapter 6. The Friendship Circle of Hell. Friends are the family we choose, which means, honestly, we really have no one to blame but ourselves when we accidentally choose an emotional vampire. Let's meet a few more members of the Friendship Rogues Gallery. The pattern, the crisis junkie. You have a friend, let's call her Debbie. Debbie's life is, well, a never-ending season of a network drama. There's always something. Last month, her boyfriend cheated. This month, she was randomly selected for an audit by the IRS. Next month, she'll probably be diagnosed with a rare disease that only exists in 3 people worldwide, and one of them is in Bolivia. You've spent countless nights on the phone with Debbie. You've loaned her money. You've picked her up at 3 in the morning from places you don't even want to think about. You've been her rock. But here's the thing. You've also noticed that Debbie's crises always seem to happen when you have something important going on. Your job interview, she's in the emergency room, turned out to be heartburn. Your birthday dinner, she's having a meltdown about her ex. Your wedding? She can't make it because she's in the middle of a crisis, but she needs you to talk her down right now. Debbie isn't unlucky. Debbie is a crisis junkie, and she's mainlining your attention. Chaos is her drug, and you are her dealer. She doesn't want solutions. She wants an audience. She doesn't want peace. She wants the spotlight that only comes with disaster. The mechanism. The crises serve multiple purposes. They keep you focused on her. They prevent you from having your own spotlight. They make her the center of every conversation. And they create a dynamic where you feel, well, responsible for her survival. Notice how her crises escalate when you have good news. That's not coincidence. That's a preemptive strike. She can't have you being happy because, well, happy people don't have time for her drama. So she creates drama to pull you back into her orbit. Just like any junkie, Debbie will burn through friends. She'll go through cycles of intense need, brief stability, and then another crash. And when you finally set a boundary, she'll make you the villain. You abandoned me when I needed you most. Tune in next week when she discovers she's actually a lost princess with a rare blood disorder. It's exhausting, it's ridiculous, and yet somehow you keep watching. Spotting the strings. You feel drained after every interaction. You've noticed that your good news is always met with a "that's nice." But let me tell you about my situation. You've started screening her calls. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it always does. Chapter 7. The Benevolent Dictator. Then there's Mark. Mark is the friend who, knows what's best for you. He's the one who tells you which jobs to apply for, which people to date, which restaurants to avoid. He's always happy to help you make decisions. You're not seriously going to wear that, are you? I'm just saying, as your friend, that color isn't great for you. Here, wear this instead. Trust me. You're dating him? No. Just know, I've got a friend who would be perfect for you. Let me set it up. You'll thank me later. You're thinking of buying that car? Bad idea. I did some research. You want this one instead. I already talked to the dealer. Mark isn't helpful. Mark is, well, a benevolent dictator. He maintains control by positioning himself as the expert on your life. He doesn't ask what you want. He tells you what you should want. And he does it all under the guise of friendship and care. The philosophy here is that Mark genuinely believes, or maybe needs to believe, that he knows better than you do. Your preferences, your instincts, your desires, they're all secondary to his superior judgment. The erosion happens slowly. Over time, you stop making decisions. You start checking with Mark first. You lose confidence in your own choices, and before you know it, you become dependent on his approval. And then there's the trap. If you ever defy him and it doesn't work out, he'll be there with an "I told you so." If you defy him and it does work out, he'll find a way to take credit or, minimize your success. Well, sure, it worked out, but imagine how much better it would have been if you'd listened to me from the start. Mark is basically running a one-man consultancy called Your Life But Better. and he hasn't realized that you never hired him. He's the LinkedIn influencer of your personal life, always offering advice and synergy and optimization when, honestly, all you really wanted was a friend to have a beer with. He's trying to be the CEO of your existence, and you're just over here trying to figure out what to have for dinner. Spotting the strings isn't always easy. You feel judged for your choices. You find yourself hiding your decisions from him just to avoid the critique. And, perhaps worst of all, you've started to doubt your own taste, your own instincts, your own ability to function as an adult. Chapter 8. The Partner Paradox. Now we enter the most dangerous territory, the romantic partner. This is where the stakes are highest because the intimacy is deepest. These are the people who share your bed, your dreams, your vulnerabilities. And some of them have built an entire emotional fortress designed to keep you trapped inside. The pattern, the Martyr Monarch, you're dating someone. Let's call her Patricia. Patricia is a giver. She gives and gives and gives. She surprises you with breakfast in bed. She stays up late to finish your work project. She sacrifices her weekends to help you move, to clean your apartment, to organize your closet. And she never lets you forget it. Patricia is a Martyr Monarch. She uses self-sacrifice as a weapon of control. By giving more than you can possibly reciprocate, she places you in a permanent position of debt. You can never do enough to repay her. And because you can never repay her, you can never leave. The investment, every gift, is an investment in your future obligation. She's building a portfolio of sacrifices that she can cash in whenever she wants something. The trap. If you try to set a boundary, if you say, please don't do that, I didn't ask you to, she becomes the victim. I was just trying to help. I can't do anything right. I give and all I get is criticism, the imbalance. The relationship isn't a partnership. It's a monarchy where she's the benevolent queen and you're the grateful subject. And subjects don't get to have needs. Subjects don't get to leave. Patricia should run a bank. Welcome to the bank of guilt. Here's your interest-free loan of emotional labor. Don't worry about paying it back. We'll just take ownership of your soul when you're not looking. She's like a mob boss who shows up with homemade cookies and a ledger book. Nice apartment you got here. Shame if something were to happen to your ability to say no. Spotting the strings. You feel guilty all the time. You find yourself doing things you don't want to do just to repay her. You've started to feel like you're drowning in obligations, and you've noticed that her giving always seems to align with what she wants you to do. Chapter 9. The Amnesia Artist. You're in an argument with your partner. A reasonable argument, you think. You're bringing up something that happened last week. Something they said that hurt you. They look at you with genuine confusion. When did I say that? Last Tuesday, at dinner. I was at dinner with you last Tuesday. Yes, we had pasta. You said the hurtful thing. They shake their head slowly, a small sad smile on their face. I don't remember that at all. Are you sure you're not confusing me with someone else? Or maybe you dreamed it. You know how stressed you've been lately. Meet the amnesia artist. This isn't ordinary forgetfulness. This is strategic, selective memory failure. They remember what serves them and forget what doesn't. Their memory is a fully functional, state-of-the-art device that just happens to malfunction whenever they're held accountable. The convenience really is hard to miss. Notice the pattern. They remember movie quotes, work deadlines, and the exact score of last night's game. They forget promises, hurtful comments, and commitments they don't want to keep. The gaslighting, light by claiming not to remember, they make you the keeper of all negative memories. You become the angry one, the grudge holder, the one who always brings up the past. They position themselves as the easygoing, forgetful one who just can't understand why you're so upset about something that clearly didn't happen. Eventually, you stop bringing things up. What's the point? They'll just forget again, and you'll be left holding the bag of your own frustration while they float through life, blissfully unaccountable. Honestly, the amnesia artist should be studied by scientists. How does their brain know exactly which memories to delete? It's almost like they have a personal assistant in their head, whose only job is filtering accountability. Sir, we have an incoming memory of you being mean last Tuesday. Should I file it under things that never happened? Yes, Jeeves, and while you're at it, delete the reminder about our anniversary. We don't need that kind of pressure, so you find yourself documenting everything. You're taking mental notes, saving texts, keeping receipts. Literally and figuratively, you're doing the work of two people in the relationship, the one having the experience and the one preserving the evidence. And yeah, you're exhausted. Final chapter. You're not the puppet anymore. The sun is coming up now. That 3 a.m. ceiling is starting to glow with morning light. The voices in your head, their voices, are fading. And here's what you know that you didn't know before. You know that the doubt was planted. You know that the confusion was manufactured. You know that the guilt was a transaction you never agreed to. You see them now. All of them. The ones who love you with conditions. The ones who support you with caveats. The ones who remember what serves them and forget what doesn't. And here's the beautiful, terrible, liberating truth. They need you to doubt yourself because they can't survive your certainty. Your clarity is their kryptonite. Your laughter is their poison. Your decision to stop playing the game doesn't just free you, it exposes them. Without your confusion, their manipulation has no mirror. Without your guilt, their sacrifices have no currency. Without your doubt, their reality has no power. So go ahead, get out of bed, make that coffee. Look at your reflection and smile. Not the smile they want, not the smile that apologizes for existing, but your smile, the real one, because you're not the puppet anymore. You never were. You just forgot you were holding the scissors. And now you remember.
If you found this guide empowering, take the next step in strengthening your personal boundaries. Save this video and return to it whenever you need a reminder of your own power. Share it with a friend who could use these strategies. You might be the catalyst for a positive change in their life.